Ever met someone who forgets where they put their pen, but somehow remembers a random fact from 3 years ago? They can't focus on one chapter, but suddenly explain an entire topic like a teacher. How does that even make sense? You sit down to study, open the book, read one line, and somehow your brain goes, what if penguins had knees? For some people, staying focused on boring stuff feels almost impossible. Not because they don't care, but because their brain wants something more interesting. A lot of people think learning means sitting quietly for 3 hours. No movement, no distraction, no fun. Basically, like being a statue with homework. But some brains don't learn best like that. They learn when something grabs attention.
And when that happens, something wild can happen. Hyperfocus. 1 minute you're just watching one video. Next thing you know, 45 minutes later, you understand the whole topic better than the textbook. That sudden lock-in can make learning feel super fast.
When a topic feels boring, the brain keeps looking for an exit. But when a topic feels exciting, now it wants to know everything. That's why someone might struggle with one chapter, but memorize every detail of a game, a movie, or space facts without trying. Another reason? Fast connections. Some brains jump quickly from idea to idea. That can feel messy, but it can also be useful. A science fact reminds you of a game. The game reminds you of a video, and suddenly the lesson makes sense. Curiosity is like fuel. Once it starts, learning stops feeling like homework. It feels more like solving a mystery. And honestly, your brain loves mysteries way more than worksheets. Sometimes it looks ridiculous, though. You sit down to study history and somehow end up learning how volcanoes work, why cats purr, and who invented the microwave. Totally off topic. But hey, at least you learned something. The hard part isn't intelligence, it's control. Because learning fast during interest is awesome. But school doesn't always wait for your brain to feel interested. That's the frustrating part. So the secret isn't focusing all the time. It's what happens when curiosity turns on. That's when some brains can absorb information incredibly fast. Not better, not worse, just different. And when that engine starts, it can move really fast.